Question 10 is another, x to the third. So this, in fact, is called a cubic. And I'm going to factor x out of each term again. This is why it's important to know how to factor completely. And then I'm going to factor this a little bit more. 2x, x. I know 3 and 1 is going to give me a 7x. So I have 3 things multiplied together, 3 things that could possibly be 0. So I'm going to set each equal to 0. So x is 0, or 2x plus 1 equals 0, and I'm going to do that in my head. That means x is negative 1/2. X plus 3 is 0, so x is negative 3. Those are my 3 answers. For number 11, I'll factor a 2x out of each term. So I'm multiplying 2x by this x minus 4 thing. So one of them has got to be equal to 0, and then solve each little equation. X is 0, or x is 4. For number 12, I can factor a 4 out of each term, so I'm going to do that. X squared minus 7x plus 6 equals 0. And then I'm going to factor a little bit further. X minus 6, x minus 1. So here I am. This is factored completely. I'm multiplying 3 things together, but one of them can be 0, but it's not going to be the 4. So because that's a number, I'm going to discard that. So I know x is 6 or x is 1, which takes care of the 2 possibilities that this or this is 0. But number 13, again, factor completely. I'm going to factor an x out first. X squared minus 7x plus 6 equals 0. X minus 6, x minus 1 equals 0. And so x then is going to be 0, or x is 6, or x is 1. And I'm going to do the same thing with number 14. I'm going to factor a 3x out, which leaves me with x squared plus 3x minus 10 equals 0, which we can factor further, right? You're factoring completely. X and x, 5 and 2. I need a positive 5 and a negative 2. So then either 3x equals 0, or x plus 5 equals 0, or x minus 2 equals 0. One of them has got to equal 0. That gives us x is 0, x is negative 5, or x is positive 2. So it's the same routine every time. Factor and set each factor equal to 0. Factor completely. So I'm going to start by factoring an x out. And then x squared minus 16. That is dots, right? That's the difference of 2 squares. So once again, I have 3 things that I'm multiplying and getting 0. So this is 0, or x plus 4 is 0, or x minus 4 equals 0. Set each factor equal to 0. So our solutions are 4, negative 4, and 0.